This is your window into the Rider world. The Rider News and 1077 The Bronx present the Rider News Roundup, the podcast. Our hosts Caroline Haviland, Grace Bertrand, and Ben Shinault are standing by and ready to give you insight on the stories and important events you need to know about. This is the Rider News Roundup, the podcast.
What's up, guys?
It's Grace Bertrand
And Caroline Haviland,
the executive
and managing editors
of the Rider News, and this is the Rider News Roundup with
Ben Shinault, sports editor. That's cool, guys. I like that.
We're
trying
to
something
thank
new
you.
here.
Yeah, we wanted to do something special for our last episode of the semester, and we thought, why don't Caroline and I intro the episode this time?
Even though you do a great job, Ben.
Thank you. I was going to
Yeah.
say, damn, they're cutting me.
Yeah, sorry.
Last episode, guys, how do we feel?
I feel bittersweet. I love doing this little podcast with both of you and Yanwell. And it's just been a really great experience and a really great way to kind of tie in every 2 weeks editions of the paper and just have something else out there for people instead of just the print editions this year. What about you guys?
Agreed.
There you go.
It's been so fun. It's been awesome. I love our chemistry together. And it's just been a really cool thing to add onto our portfolios as well. We've done some stuff like this now. And it's great for the Rider News. And I hope this continues long after we're gone.
Yes.
I agree.
Let's get into it, y'all.
It's a very, very jam-packed last 2 weeks. I know I say that every
For real this
every
time.
episode, but this time for real, guys. Starting off, we have the March Sustainability Plan. So Rider President John Loyak announced the plan on November 12th, which is essentially his campaign to help stabilize riders' financial distress. Student scholarships for athletes, student government leaders, and student media are set to be cut by fall 2026, along with millions of dollars of wages and benefits from faculty, according to this plan. Rider's debt currently sits at $130 million, with $15.7 million due between March and June of 2026, with a 12.5% interest rate. Rider is set to run out of cash by April 1st, 2026, and its time-sensitive financial situation was discussed in a faculty and staff forum on November 13th and a student forum earlier today on November 20th. Through 35 to 40 faculty layoffs, 14% reductions in salary, suspensions of the retirement match, changes in faculty workload, and reductions in faculty benefits, the plan is set to reduce labor expenses to make up 50% of revenues, which is an 11% decrease from where it currently sits. The plan pledged to eliminate several senior positions in order to streamline the administration. On the week of November 17th, the profiles of two high-ranking leaders were abruptly removed from Rider's web pages. Vice President for Enrollment Management Joe Armando and Vice President for Student Affairs Nick Barbati. Since the release of the plan, the Alumni Board of Directors and the Norm Brodsky College of Business Executive Advisory Council have shared support for the plan, along with the Student Government Association, who endorsed the plan through a November 17th university-wide email. Now, the Rider News published an editorial of our own written by Samantha Clark and Cal Sutton, sports editor and news editor, and on basically what our take is on the March Sustainability Plan. So I thought we could talk a little bit about our editorial and what our thoughts are and what the process was like. So,
I feel like everyone in the newsroom kind of agreed that it's obviously Rider's in a really bad position, and just what has to be cut and the sacrifices that have to be made, it just really is just not great that it has to affect the backbone of our university. I feel like that was a common theme that we kept repeating. So it has to impact faculty, has to impact students. But I guess it just has to happen, with where we're at right now.
Yeah. I mean, with that, I definitely agree with everything was said. I don't think that, President Loyak should be like the guy that we should be throwing all the darts at. Obviously he came into the university. He's only a couple months in, and all blame cannot be pushed onto him, of course. But at the end of the day, it stinks that we're the ones taking the hit, student media as a whole, because I feel like 1077 The Bronx here and the Rider News is just so successful each and every year. Yeah. And to get our stuff cut, it's like a stab in the chest, really. But sacrifices have to be made to save the university as a whole. So
Yes, very well said. I do think it's just an unfair situation overall. But the fact that award-winning student media from the
Mhm.
Bronx and from the newspaper being targeted along with athletes as well, scholarships for athletes, is just really unfair. And I think like something that was argued in our editorial, it does affect the student experience, whether it's admitted or not in the plan. I think it's going to be very
It's going
evident.
to, yeah.
So yeah, and obviously affect many lives as well, personally. But yeah, you can read more on my story. I think I wrote like 2 or 3
Three, yeah.
stories on the March Sustainability Plan and just the different perspectives that the Rider community has on the plan right now on the ridernews.com. Up next, we have a shelter in place that took place on November 10th around 2 p.m., which lasted about 40 minutes. According to a press release from the Lawrence Police, officers arrested a junior acting for television, film, and theater major, Alex Theus, who was charged with aggravated assault, terroristic threats, and various weapon offenses. The 21-year-old was apprehended near Moore Library, according to Lawrence Police. Police reported that a suspect armed with a knife confronted and threatened several people inside Poita Hall. A breaking story was published the day of the shelter in place by Caroline. And however, this is not the first security breach Rider has had. We had a shelter in place back in April of 2023, and in the past spring semester, a former student was charged with offenses including possession of a weapon on an educational institution's grounds and criminal trespass. Director of Public Safety Matthew Babcock encouraged all students to remain vigilant to help ensure safety across the university is prioritized. Some students said they did not receive a rider alert during the November 10th shelter in place, like Thomas Faber. Am I saying that right? Fabre, yeah. Who is an international student from France. Babcock said that he had not been made aware of such situations and would have to work with the Office of Information Technologies to fix this problem. I know that for me, this was kind of like a very anxiety-inducing experience. But I wanted to know where was everybody during the shelter in place?
I was in the business building and I was sitting like in the open area by Saxby's and everyone got the alert, and me, the Saxby's workers, and everyone sitting there ran to the Rue Auditorium. And the student CEO of Felipe, he has the keys to the building. So he was able to like lock us into the room. So we were all safe. How about you, Ben?
I just left the Cranberries. I just left and I was walking with a couple of my friends and we all got buzzing in our phones.
Oh, that's scary.
And then like a guy like across the yard was like, "Get inside!" Like, you know.
Who was he, like a security guard or like?
No, he's just like a random guy.
Some dude.
Just
A
trying to
random
spread
guy
the
looking
word.
out,
Yeah,
like
okay.
fellow Bronx trying to help us out.
Yeah.
And that was like we
Oh.
kind of like sped walked back to Beckett, locked
Okay.
all our doors and closed the windows. So it was definitely scary because at that point, like we didn't know if the person's been apprehended yet, what type of weapon they had. So we're like, all right, let's just get inside
You were
really
like
quick.
near it. If you're walking towards
Yep.
Beckett,
Wow.
yeah.
That's so
Poita's right
scary.
there.
Yeah.
I forgot you lived in Beckett. Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
really scary.
Did you see all the cop cars? Or
We
were you
did.
just-
We
okay.
did. We saw them driving to the back of Poita. That's
Okay.
where they're all stationed.
Yeah.
And then I saw a whole bunch of videos of, people like, I don't know if this is confirmed, but then the next day there was like scuba divers in the lake. And
Okay, like I heard about you found videos of this. Or you just, like,
I walked
heard?
to class and there was scuba divers in the lake.
You saw it?
Yes.
Wait. No, because we like had heard this. It was like talking about it on the Facebook, like the Facebook parents page, and my mom told me about it. And obviously since I wrote the piece, I was like, okay, let me go see. When my mom heard about this, I was walking to class. I didn't see anything. And then I saw again when I left class, I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
So I'm
that's
thinking-
interesting.
Wow.
So, I don't know if this is true, right? This is all speculation.
Right.
But I'm thinking that he maybe threw something in the lake.
They
maybe
were
the
trying to find the
knife,
weapon.
And I guess they were having some type of device to go in underwater and see if they could find it.
Wow, you saw this.
saw it.
Wow.
It was the reporter in me.
Yeah,
Hey,
I was
well,
gonna
now we have
say,
confirmation.
Student journalist over
Yeah.
there.
There you go.
You should have told me, Ben.
Yep.
What
Listen,
the
I,
heck?
listen,
Communication.
I'm
Yeah.
more than sports.
Yeah. There you go. What about you, Yanwar? Where were you?
I was in my history class.
What building?
What building is that? Is that Fisher?
Yeah, we
Fisher-
don't know where your
Fisher
history
Fisher
class
class
is.
is.
Yeah.
I had history
I
class in
think
Lynch.
Fisher.
You could have it anywhere.
That is
I
true.
could, but
Yeah.
I
That's where I'm
did
coming
have it
from,
in
actually.
Fisher.
Okay.
And I was like like my seat is like right by the door, pretty much.
Mhm.
So it was a little nerve wracking. I thugged it out.
We thugged it out.
We're
That's
here
great.
to tell the story.
We're here to tell
Yeah.
the story.
Okay, well, there you
Shelter in
go.
place. He thugged it out. That's awesome. Oh my gosh.
Where was I?
You were
I
in-
was in
Where were you?
class. I was in Fisher as well.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I was not. I was
You were
in
in
fine
fine
arts.
arts.
I'm
Okay,
sorry, I
I'm
just
right.
lied. I was in fine arts.
She lied.
And I was in my BHP class.
Mhm.
But yeah, we all just sat on the floor.
I feel so bad you just sat on the floor that whole time.
I know. Obviously, you guys know if you
Yeah.
go to here, like the floors of fine arts are scary. And so the whole
Crunchy.
time I was just
Crunchy.
thinking, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. Anyways, you can check out the breaking story and the story on security concerns that Caroline wrote on the ridernews.com. And lastly, November 10th was a big day because also Rider's annual Veterans Day Plant a Flag event happened earlier that day as well. This is a volunteer event showing support and solidarity with community members who are part of the military and military families. The rain throughout the morning of the event made the campus well muddy, but it did not stop students and other community members from planting flags in honor of veterans and helping out to earn credit for their classes. Julie Ruskin,
Maybe.
a second-year graduate student majoring in business administration, went to Rider for her undergraduate degree and continued with her graduate studies at the university. And her brother is also a Rider alum who joined the military during the COVID-19 shutdown. Scott Ruskin is a rescue swimmer for the Coast Guard and saved nearly 200 people from severe flooding from the Guadalupe River in Central Texas in July of this year, earning him the Distinguished Flying Cross for his action, skill, and heroism. I thought this was the coolest thing ever when I read this in Cal's story. I was so amazed that this person was connected to Rider, first of all, and that also his sister went here and is going here.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about this?
Mhm.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
he
This
was
is on
the-
national news.
If it wasn't over the summer, like he was on the track team too.
Wow.
So if it didn't happen during the summer, I would have done a feature on it. But
Yeah.
a little too late now.
I didn't even know that.
But
wow.
yeah, that was also a very cool detail.
This
yeah.
originally wasn't in Cal's piece, and he was telling me about it in the newsroom, and I was like, "This is who her brother is." I was like, "Cal, you have to put this in the story."
Yeah.
Just like I can't believe he just went up to someone who just happened to be
Yeah,
this
it's funny.
person's sister. That's so
it's
cool.
so awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but you can read Cal, our news editor, his story on the ridernews.com.
And that
And that's
Is-
all we have for news. It was a lot, but
Mhm.
honestly a lot of it happening all in the same day. So
yeah. My gosh, yeah, all in like one.
yeah, we do have to tell you guys that Monday, November
Insane.
10th,
Mm-hmm.
was insane.
Mhm.
It was 2 breaking news stories, one on the March Sustainability Plan and then the other on the shelter in place
Yeah.
happening all in that same day.
And Grace started writing the shelter in place story while she's sitting on the crunchy fine arts carpet.
So what had happened
'Cause
was
she didn't
I
know.
was kind of bored a little bit and I had nothing to do and I can't sit still. So I was like, okay, well, and I'd already done all my Wordle stuff. And so
Duh.
obviously I'm sitting there during the shelter in place. I'm like, well, I guess I could just start writing it.
Someone has
There
to.
you go.
So, but
Yep.
Caroline thankfully wrote it.
Because then March Sustainability Plan
March
came out like
Sustainability.
30 minutes after.
Yeah. Anyways, that is all we have for you in news this week.
Let's move on to features and entertainment. We're going to start off features and entertainment with some popular campus events that occurred over the last couple of weeks. The Cranberry and White Affair transformed the Cavallo Room into a red carpet event through its Hollywood-esque theme on November 15th. The night featured a replica Hollywood sign similar to the one in Los Angeles, 2 giant Oscar trophies in front of large red curtains, and crimson lights that set the mood for the evening. Some students enjoyed food and sweet treats, and others danced the night away. And as the evening progressed, the moment students waited for had finally arrived. The crowning of the winners of this year's Cranberry Court. And the nominees walked onto the red carpet, each a song of their choice, and waited for the voting results. And in the end, senior criminal justice major Journey New and senior arts and entertainment major Micaiah Gwynn were crowned the 2025 Cranberry Court winners. In case y'all don't know this, I know we've mentioned Journey on the podcast before, but Journey New is one of our social media editors. So this was really awesome to read in the story. I think I saw it on Instagram beforehand too, but congratulations, Journey.
Yes.
I know they were so nervous beforehand. They really wanted to win. I'm so proud of them. Even though they didn't do anything, they were voted. They were just amazing.
Yeah, well, I mean, you had to do a video.
That's true. What am I saying?
You had to enter into a video contest, so it was a pretty big deal. Like,
Yeah.
these videos take time and they take work and effort. So,
How many other
yes,
people?
congrats.
How many other people were they up against?
I have no idea.
I believe it's 3 others. So
Okay.
4 in total.
So
Okay.
4, yeah. I
Yeah.
think that sounds right. But yeah, Journey won,
Mhm.
and I'm so happy for them. I'm so
Yeah.
glad they were one of the winners. I also just thought this event was such a cool thing. I've
Yeah.
actually never been to the Cranberry and White
Same.
Affair,
Yeah.
but I've always thought it looks really nice and really well put together. I
Mhm.
love the Hollywood theme.
Yes.
Love the Oscars, like the Hollywoodness of it,
Mhm.
and we also did a reel on the Cranberry White Affair.
We
So
did,
if you go onto our
yes.
Instagram reels, we did
Mhm.
a whole little thing on that. So
Yeah.
just check it out.
I love that it gives students a reason to dress up. It's kind of like it's almost giving like a homecoming court.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
prom.
Yeah, prom, perfect. It looked really cool. I think I don't know who in the newsroom was telling us it. There was like 100 people turnout or something, which is awesome. We did not attend, but I'm sure that it was a really great time, and I hope everyone had a really amazing time. And you can read more about this event in Stacy. How do you pronounce Stacy's last name? Huter. Okay. Well, Stacy and Tegan wrote tell this story on the ridernews.com. They wrote an amazing piece, and you guys should go check it out. Moving on to another event, the Celebration of Lights, another annual Rider favorite, took place on November 18th. The evening highlighted the numerous winter holidays celebrated by the university's identity-based clubs and organizations, which educated audiences about the values and practices of their respective cultures. After a speech about the importance of community values was given by Vice President of Community Engagement and Belonging, Daryl Mace, the 2025 R Factor winner, Olivia Conti, performed Let It Go from Frozen. I am so jealous that everyone got to watch Olivia perform this song again. Like, you weren't at R Factor, were you, Ben?
I was not.
No, you weren't. I
I know.
remember
Yeah.
you were
It was a
texting
good
us
year.
during. We were like, Ben, we're at R Factor. We can't talk about
Yeah.
it.
And
But-
so was Owen.
Yeah.
The whole gang.
He's trying to text us. He's
Yeah.
like, guys, I need
Please
help.
help.
We're like, Ben, Olivia Conti's on.
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, and I
Please.
respected it. I was like,
Yeah.
I'll give
If
you.
you had
yeah.
seen her perform this, you would understand. She performed Let It Go as her final song. And oh my God. You heard the beginning melody and my jaw just dropped. She's so amazing. And
I
yeah.
think it would have been really cool to see her sing Into the Unknown, actually, from Frozen 2.
I know that one.
That that is like, I think even like a step up for
Mhm.
Tina Menzel.
Yeah.
For her when she sang that Frozen 2. So
Yeah, that
I
was
think
insane.
Olivia Conti would have killed that.
Yeah, I wonder why
for
she
sure.
sang the same song. I don't know.
Because it's like
winter
themed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're right. You should have given her, she should have taken notes from you,
I know.
girl.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm sure she sounded amazing. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe in the spring they'll do something. But then it's not winter anymore.
How about like, what's a spring song?
I don't know. The Olaf song.
Part
In summer.
of your world.
Part of you. That's like
Summer.
the ocean.
I don't know what spring.
Well,
like,
maybe I don't know. There has to be a spring song.
a spring Disney song?
I don't know.
I don't know if there is, guys.
She could sing For the First Time Forever. That's kind of giving like
For the first time.
Yeah, she would
Sorry.
nail that. Yeah. Well, anyways, in the event, eventually, guests walked out of the Cavallo room and made their way to the Moore Library to watch the lighting of the library in the iconic Rider Hedge. I love it. They do this. Ugh, I love walking past the library now at night and watching the lights. And the
Yes.
Rider and Bronx sign all lit up.
It's so,
Mhm.
so pretty.
Yeah. What?
I felt like we had more lights.
Really? I was like, wait, you think they have way
I
more
thought
lights
we
in
had
the past?
more. Yeah.
I
thought,
was
like,
saying
the
that I think
whole-
we have more
Yeah.
now.
What?
Because they have the green and the yellow and the
The
red
red.
popping
I'll
up
have
from
to-
the
They never
meat.
had that in past years.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to take a stroll, a nighttime stroll,
Yeah.
maybe.
and check it out.
I
They
don't know.
they definitely, I think, have done more with the actual event in the
Mhm.
past.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they like I don't know if they had it this year, but they had hot cocoa in the past, and it was
So
just
that
like,
would have got me.
And we were always outside. It wasn't always in the Kabbalah room.
yeah,
It just
you would
started
stay outside the whole time, and granted, it was very cold, but very
Freezing.
uncomfortable. But
Yeah.
I was just on the Christmas spirit.
It just,
and
like,
the holiday
made it.
spirit. Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yanwell was the only one here today that went to the actual event because we were all working. So
Mhm.
what did you think of it, Yanwell?
Do you want to know what they had?
Yeah.
What did they have?
They had pomegranates.
You like pomegranates?
I
Pomegranates.
love pomegranates, guys.
That's
The
nice.
pomegranates, they're really good.
They
They
just
just had
had-
grapes.
Grapes.
They had grapes.
Very fruity.
Yeah.
event.
Only Yanwell would just start mentioning some fruits.
Yeah, it was a quite fruity event.
Yeah.
There were multiple fruits there, and I love fruits. I
So
love
there was
fruits.
also were there any like identity based groups there?
Yeah. Did you see anything
there
else?
Were, and that was great. I'm actually part of an identity-based organization
Oh.
myself,
Oh.
Club
Very
de
nice.
Español.
Mhm.
Tap in, guys.
See.
So yeah, it was great seeing others being represented there as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think
Very
that's
nice.
something I love about what they do is that it's not just about Christmas; it's
Mhm.
about all the different
Mhm.
holidays that go on during this time of year,
Mhm.
and it's really important to like have
Yeah.
that inclusive aspect.
I agree.
And then also,
All the different fruits.
The club.
I take it back, guys. It was
The
not a fruity
diversity of
event.
the fruits there
Please take
was-
that.
was
She just
quite
meant
good.
literal fruit. Like,
There was pomegranates. There were grapes. I don't know.
was that it? Just only those two fruits?
Something had raisins. Is raisin?
Yeah,
I'll
it
pass
is.
on
It's a
that.
dried fruit.
Dried grape.
Yes.
Yeah. So just a lot of grapes, honestly.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Was that what you were gonna
multiple.
say?
No, I have a question. They had like halves of pomegranates, just like out.
It was like the seeds.
Okay, pomegranate
Yeah,
seeds. Okay,
yeah,
I'm
pomegranate
like, how did we
seeds.
serve the
Yeah.
pomegranates? I just
No,
wanted
yeah.
a bit more
I don't
quick.
really like pomegranates. Can I put that out?
Never had one. Never had a
Is
pomegranate.
this a safe space?
Damn, really?
Whoa.
Yeah. More of a banana guy.
And was like, guys,
Guys.
this is a game
Did
changer.
you just hear what
This is a
Ben
little-
said? No, I'm more of a banana. Oh my God.
It's only fruit,
Dude,
like.
don't mess with bananas and peanut butter, dog.
I
Very good.
love.
No one's messing with it. It's
no.
just you can't put pomegranates and bananas
Yeah, it's
in, like
just
the
not even
same.
the same.
They're
ball
fruits,
game.
are they not?
They are, but just
Okay.
not clock me, I guess. Not really.
That's-
Anyways,
You
the
were saying
fruitiness and the
something.
diversity of this event
Yeah.
were
Yep.
really make it a staple during the holiday season. So
Yes, it
I
did.
love that Ryder's continuing this tradition. And today, actually, while we're filming this podcast, the truck, is it the Coca-Cola
Mhm.
truck,
Yep.
I don't
is
know
going to
what
come
it
to
is.
campus.
Mhm.
And I believe Santa is like part
Yeah,
of that.
something like
Santa's
that.
the Coke Bear.
The Coke Bear,
Coke
Polar
Bear.
Bear.
Oh
Yep.
yes, and Santa rides around the whole campus.
Yes.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Hopefully he stops by the newsroom.
I don't.
Why
I
not?
he just stays
In
on
the
the
newsroom.
newsroom. Or the radio
So
station.
like write an article for us.
Yeah, I don't know what Ben is talking
All
about.
right.
You can read all about the celebration of lights in Madison Lewis's debut of the semester. She wrote her first story and her only story since our
yeah.
class.
One and done.
If you guys don't know who Madison Lewis is,
Oh, yeah.
she
It's a whole microcosm. We don't have to
Yeah.
get into it.
she's just basically like one of our copy editors. But she's great.
Basically, yeah, she used to be a features and entertainment editor.
Yep.
So that's why she's so amazing at writing these feature pieces.
Shout out,
yeah.
Maddie.
Shout out Maddie Lou.
Mad
Anyways,
dog.
just to close out features and entertainment for our final podcast of the semester, I wanted to highlight the pop rock and hip hop ensemble, an important student showcase that took place on November 5th. This fall concert displayed covers and original songs performed live by students, such as Fine China by Chris Brown, Brown Sugar by D'Angelo, and All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. The ensemble also performed Grace, Falling Haven, in parentheses, an original piece of music by junior music production major Thomas Henry Smith. Thought this was so cool that they like give students a place.
I just
to
like
showcase their
hate it when
work.
people write songs about me.
Oh my god! Like, what do you guys say? Yeah, I know. It's like a little
Guys,
original.
Yeah.
No, it's like such a nice, the little explanation Sophia put in the story about like what he was writing the story about. I think it wasn't like a transition piece, like from summer into like Rider or something. Grace is like, I don't know.
I think that might be what it is actually about. It was really nice. And
Yeah.
I love that like we have such creative people like on
Mhm.
campus. Like to be able to write a song and perform it.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool, I think.
Can't understand how people's brains can like do that.
I know.
Like
I mean,
put music together. with
Like,
words.
like the one thing I always think about is I listen to a lot of music, and the fact that these people can create. Caroline's dying over here. I'm just talking.
Because why did you say that?
Just let him have his moment. Continue.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Grace. Sheesh.
Tough crowd.
How can they make music that sounds new? Because there's been so much music throughout time.
That's actually such a good.
originality.
if you let
Yeah.
me finish.
So
my
you were like,
thought.
I listen to a lot of music. Wow.
Yeah, no, the topic of originality.
Yeah.
Yes,
Being able
Grace,
to be
yes.
original.
The fact that they can turn around new ideas, new sounds, it's
Impressive.
honorable.
Yeah,
Yes,
no, that's so true.
very true.
Deserves its showcase.
Yes,
it
deserves its own.
Yes, it
Have you guys
does.
ever been to this ensemble?
No, I haven't.
I went last year.
I don't know.
I can't remember. Maybe it was last year. Yeah, and it was really really nice. Like
Yeah.
it's actually like a whole production, and it's very well put together, and the people are really really talented. So I
I
will
bet.
say it is worth checking out. I think do they have? I don't know if they have one every semester or every year, but I
Yeah, I
really
don't-
recommend going.
Yes. I wish. I don't. Where were we? What day was this? I probably could have gone. I don't know why I didn't. I should take up more opportunities like this. It's such amazing works of art. But Sophia Santiago wrote this amazing piece about the pop rock and hip hop ensemble, and you can check it out on the ridernews.com.
It's time to go to the scoreboard here. Men's basketball is off to a pretty good start, I'd say. You know, an expected start, right? They picked up their first win of the season over Eastern at home, 86-54. Then they re-entered a crazy out of conference matchups as they lost to Texas 99-65. But in those two games that I just mentioned, Flash Burton has been killing it this year. 21 points versus Eastern, 16 points versus Texas. Burton is 12th in scoring in the MAC. Caleb Smith, keep in mind a 6'3" guard, is 4th in rebounding, which is insane. And then tonight we take on the University of Houston, and they are the second best team in the United States. So hopefully there's an upset brewing, and there'll be breaking news that
Wow.
Ryder upsets the University of Houston.
Wow.
Okay.
That would be crazy.
That's
I think
the
there's a
headline.
decent probability.
yeah.
Yes.
You think so?
That's what he
Yes,
just said.
for
yeah.
sure.
It's
And
like,
then
yeah.
we kickstart Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference play on December 4th against Merrimack. And then women's basketball, 1-4 on the year. They're also having their troubles with out-of-conference matchups. 4 straight losses. Christina Okofo, the transfer from North Dakota State University, has been a very good light for the Lady Bronx this year. She's 7th in scoring, and overall Ryder is 5th in scoring, so a good turnaround from last season so far. Even against these tough out-of-conference teams, they're still finding ways to score. Not exactly ways to win, but we're going to get there. So like I said, 4 straight losses. Obviously a tough way to start, but obviously we're still navigating a new team, new coach. And in those 3 games that they lost on the road trip, which I covered this week, they played Boston College, Stonehill, and Bryant, and they gave up an average of 83 points. That's a no-no. We cannot have that. Coach Hartzell said, if you're giving up an average of that, you're not going to win a lot of basketball games. And I was like, Coach, that's so right. And then they played Navy on, I think it was yesterday. I forget to put the score up there, but I'm pretty sure it was 67-58. I should go outside and touch grass. I don't know why I know that off the top of my head, but it was much closer than I thought. Because
I love your little comments.
Thank you. I was talking to Coach Hartzell, right? Talking about the road trip, and I was like, what's the mindset going in the Navy, right? And she's like, they play hard, they play fast, they play tough.
Is
right,
that your
Caroline?
impression of what's
No. But they only lost by 11. So they're moving forward from these past 3 losses, and they put in what they saw against those 3 teams, and they applied it to Navy, and they had a pretty decent performance. Aaliyah McIver played all 40 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Like, there was no time during the game where she sat on the bench. She was playing every single minute, so you gotta applaud Aaliyah McIver. Thank you, Aaliyah. You're a goat. So as a reminder, men's and women's basketball will be continued to be covered over winter break. So make sure to stay tuned to the Rider News, as every game will be published within 24 hours on our website and on social media, courtesy of me and Samantha Clark. So keep tabs on that. Volleyball. They advanced to the next round of the MAC tournament for the 4th straight year.
Yay.
Yeah.
So wait, 6th straight year.
Oh.
I read that wrong. They're like that. Kanisha Santiago was named MAC Player of the Year, and a bunch of other Bronx were named to the second team and the all-team All-MAC, so applauds to the volleyball team. Very successful year, and they will play the Quinnipiac Bobcats on Saturday in the semifinals. Closing it out, Viralia Peralez. Let me tell you a story.
Hilarious.
You know who's not laughing? Yenwell. Thank you, Yenwell.
That's true.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Benjamin.
It's Valeria.
Valeria.
You said Valaria. Valaria.
Let's just say Peralez. She has every accolade ever. Peralez is one heck of a field hockey player, let me tell you. I mean, she's pretty much won every single accolade you can. You know, NEC first team all 4 years. She had 20 goals in her freshman season.
That's crazy.
She hopped off a plane from Madrid, Spain, and she made an immediate impact for the Rider Bronx. And that same year, they won the conference championship because of one little rookie from Madrid. And her name is Peralez. By the end of her career at Rider, she is a senior. She has 51 goals, 20 assists, and 122 points. Her 51 goals are tied for 4th in Rider history.
Wow.
And like I said, 4 straight NEC first team recognitions, and she was also named to the National Field Hockey Coaches Association team. So all in that pretty much means like you're a top. I think it's only 38 players in the whole country get on that team.
Wow.
Wow.
Peralez is a very good player, to say the least. So
She would
Make
be
sure-
missed.
she is a very talented player. So make sure to check out what else Peralez had to say in her interview with voice crack Samantha Clark on the RiderNews.com.
Amazing feature that
That
Sam
was so
wrote.
good.
Yes.
Yeah. it was
Sam
great.
always kills it.
Always.
He's learning from the best, and you're looking
Okay.
at him. Or you're
Okay,
listening to
Maybe
him.
she's just great.
So
Yeah. Maybe she's
Wasn't.
learned.
Why do you have to
Sam-
undermine a
No,
woman's
wait,
success?
Wait, whoa. If you ask Sam right now, she'll be
She'd
like,
say I'm awesome.
Yeah.
she would probably say that, but she could also say I'm more awesome because
She would
of
never say that.
Benjamin Shinault.
That would never come out of Sam's
All right,
mouth.
that's all I got.
Whoa.
That's all I got.
That's all Ben's got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're really giggly today, guys. It's just our last episode, and
It's just the vibes in here.
We're
We're-
hiding the pain with laughter,
Or we're just having a good time.
or we're just having a good time.
Not in pain. Not in pain at all. We'll be back.
We
Yeah.
will be back.
now
will.
you
Don't
guys won't
forget
hear our
us.
voices or see us until February. February
14?
12th, 4th, 20th, Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Which is so crazy so far.
Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah,
Hanukkah.
Happy New Year's Eve, Happy New Year's Day,
Happy Groundhog
Happy
Day.
Groundhog Day.
Happy MLK Jr. Day.
Okay,
Yes,
George
yeah.
Washington. George
President's
Washington.
Day, perhaps.
No.
What about George Washington, guys? When's his birthday?
Oh, I have no idea.
I think I told you right. Also, Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, the most, the one that coming up.
Yeah,
Sorry,
happy
happy
Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving,
guys.
That's right.
Yeah, but you can check out all of the stories that we talked about in this episode and all of our content on our website on theridernews.com, and be sure to stay updated by following at the Rider News on all of our social media platforms. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on Blue Sky, X, TikTok. What else? I think that's all,
I
right?
think that's it. I think on Blue Sky we're just Rider News.
Rider News. There
Yeah,
you go.
because someone took it. The Rider
Bruh.
News. I think it's like a
I know you're watching.
a horseback
Yes,
riding
yes,
place.
So
it
we
is.
want it back.
No need.
Yeah, we want it. No, I'm kidding. It's
Yeah,
fine.
I'll buy it off them if you're listening. I'll give you like $10.
Yeah, they'll
That's
give
it?
it to you. Yeah, like, that's all we're worth.
No, that's
The
how much they are
The
worth.
handle. Yeah.
Okay.
You're the real Rider News.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't even make any sense. A horseback riding?
Yeah, I guess
Have
like
they won
Rider-
best
What about the
newspaper,
news part?
college newspaper? in
Like
New
it's like
Jersey?
their newspaper for a horseback riding place. Yeah, which is just so
Oh,
silly.
That makes more sense.
Oh, I'm like it's silly. You're like, that makes sense. Anyways, guys, we will miss you so much. Thank you so much for
Yes.
tuning in and supporting this semester and our first ever podcast for the Rider News with 107.7 The Bronx. We'll catch you on Valentine's Day.
Yes. Have a good everything.
Peace
Have
and
a-
love.
Yeah.
Thank you for supporting us in this endeavor, which I hope will last years after we are gone.
And well, say goodbye. to
Yes, it
everyone.
will.
Likewise.
I mean, how do you get
Goodbye.
my final words? Okay, just goodbye.
That's all.
That's all.
That's
Okay.
all.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
That's all the important information we have for the day. Thank you for listening to the Rider News Roundup, the podcast. To stay up to date on new episodes, listen to past episodes, and know everything happening at 2083 Lawrenceville Road, go to 1077thebronx.com/Rider News Roundup.